Hello, and welcome back to my channel, Brahmaloka Tarot, for another pick a card reading. What are your guides helping you to release this year? And I have three different piles with oracle cards, and each pile has a different tarot deck that will be used. So let me introduce your piles to you now by showing your significator cards and crystals selected for your reading. Pile number one, this is your card. And that is with Lepidolite. Pile number two is this card. And that is with Black Tourmaline. And then pile number three has this card. And that is with Green Moss Agate. Okay, so give yourself another minute or two. You can pause this video and give yourself a minute or two. And then when you decide which pile or piles you wish to check out, go down to the description box or the comment section, and there will be the timestamps there so you can click on the pile of your choosing. And I will see you in your separate readings. For those of you who are still in the introduction, I just wanted to inform you that we will be doing channeled messages for each and every pile. I do have channeled messages written out here for the piles. And then I also wanted to inform you that I'm going to do something a little bit different today. I'll be shuffling on camera. So I do have the decks that are chosen for this reading. However, instead of creating the piles that I usually do, I'm just going to shuffle on camera. So it may be a little bit longer of a video, but I hope that's no problem. I'll see you soon. Hi, pile number one, and welcome to your reading. What are your guides helping you to release this year? And so I have your significator card right here. And on the back, it says practice night gardening. So there we go. With the coneflower right here and some other flowers. And then your stone is this beautiful tiny lepidolite stone. Can you see it? Hopefully. I'm probably moving around too much. So we will take one card or a couple of cards from this. This is your tarot deck. So we'll take a couple of significator cards for you. And I have some channeled messages. And what I said in the beginning, if you didn't hear in the introduction, instead of like getting the piles prepared beforehand, what I'll be doing today is I have all the decks that I want to draw from, and we will be shuffling on camera and pulling the cards from that. Okay, so let's take a look here. I've got your channeled messages right here. They're a little bit shorter today. There was a lot of silence. Like I was sitting in a lot of silence in between each and during each. So there weren't many words that were coming through from the channeling. It was more like a lot of emotions. Okay. So pile number one, this is yours. What I wrote down initially was can't think straight, anxiety, motivated to get started, but how? And with what project? Decisions and choices. Overwhelmed by changing things too fast overnight, yet impatient to see the results. It says right here is outcome oriented versus enjoying the journey. Then I wrote down water, maternal energy, was coming through, like this cooling, calming, soothing energy was coming through and washed over me during the meditation. And it felt like a slowdown was happening. So it says, needed the slowdown despite your desire to quote unquote get there. Then I wrote down some words or information that may be of significance to you: sparkles and sparklers, trains, transits, pentagon, shape shifting, reality warping. I said reality warping, reality bending, bending the rules. And then the last question here was, who makes the rules anyhow? Okay, who does make the rules anyhow? Are rules just arbitrary? Are they something that we create in our own minds? Good questions to ask oneself. It seemed like the messages were coming through very clearly. Again, the energy was being read more so than just like the words coming through. So there was a lot of energy coming through, and this like almost worry wart, like, I need to do this. I should be doing something right now type of energy. And maybe you've been in that energy for a little bit now. I don't know if you're dealing with some sort of sickness or just post-holiday doldrums or just wanting to get going now. There's a lot happening, and then the maternal energy is coming in and cooling off the heat and the steam, so to speak. This is a really beautiful card to practice night gardening. And I'm thinking, you know, if you guys have some green thumbs or want to have a green thumb, if you guys want to start a little bit of a practice, maybe creating a garden is one, and catering to the night pollinators, those nocturnal or night pollinators, would be probably beneficial. And being under that full moonlight or the moonlight or starlight, something about that, or gazing up at the stars, is coming through right now. It's like things come, people think that just like the night is scary, it's dark, it's cold or cooler. There's, you know, nothing going on. There's a lot going on during the nighttime, and there are a lot of night pollinators like moths and other things. So if you create a night garden, it would be really interesting to put in flowers that open up at nighttime for those pollinators. It's just something to think about. Okay, so let's see. What are your guides helping you to release this year? Wow, that came out real fast. With number 13, death. Can you see that? Yeah, death. I think it's interesting because the beginning of the year seems kind of unclear. See how I'm having a difficult time with the autofocus? So very interesting that it's not wanting to focus very well, and maybe your focus is a little off right now. Just interesting that this is happening right now. But with the death card, if you see that, the death card, there is something ending, and hence a new beginning is happening for you. Geez, there's so much going on with this. I gotta move this light a little bit. There's a little bit of glare too. Look at the colors though. This is connected to the third eye chakra. So what I'm hearing is the limitations of your mind are being broken down and redistributed. Yeah, being broken down and redistributed. I'm seeing visuals of the soil, of mushrooms in the soil, like things breaking down, creating more fertile soil so that that fertile soil is the beginning of something new, right? It's that fertile ground that you can stand firmly on to create something new. This is not the Tower card. It is not the Tower card. I was thinking some of you might be thinking, oh, well, that's, building a new foundation. That's, or having things fall away or fall apart. That's the Tower card. But the Death card is speaking of like this death and renewal type of process. So there is a huge transformation happening. There may be a lot of unclarity. There may be a lot of like misguided or misinterpretation, I guess, what I'm hearing. It's like a misinterpretation of what's going on right now, because you can't see the whole picture, yet the universe is conspiring to work for you and with you right now. Yeah, that's beautiful. So Major Arcana card for the theme of this video. What are your guides helping you to release this year? Let's take a look at the other cards that we've got over here. So it will be picking more from here in a little bit, but I'll be just going through and seeing how many cards I can get on the table here before I move on to the tarot cards again. So what is it that your guides are helping you to release this year? Maybe fear of death, releasing the fear of change, the fear of inevitable death of something. Ooh, simplicity. Simplicity. Look at the air quality, light as a feather, becoming lighter. Yeah, with releasing this extreme fear of the death and dying process, this extreme fear of the unknown, on what's beyond that which you know. There's this simplicity, this lightness that's going to occur for you in this year. The guides are trying to inform you that this is happening right now. They're helping you to kind of clear the clutter. They're helping you to move through some of these like complex emotions that you've experienced over a lifetime, really, because this is a new chapter, a new, like a whole new era in your lifetime. Wow. And it feels like I almost can't catch my breath. Like I need to breathe in really, really deep. I want to breathe in deep into the bases of my lungs right now, expand them and fill up all the crevices, all the parts of the body, and with this breath, and it feels a little constricted, to be honest, right now. So maybe you'll get a breath of fresh air, maybe a certain lightness within the body too. Maybe it's asking you to physically dump a few pounds, physically get yourself a little lighter if you're needing to lose weight, of course, not if you're not needing to lose weight. It may be just clearing the clutter in your house, doing some spring cleaning before the spring, doing it now, whenever you're coming to this, because it's a timeless reading. So it doesn't matter exactly when you're coming to this. This is the moment that this message is meant to reach you. Okay. Which one? I'm going to use my little... Here, we've got so many cards. Okay, we're going to go with this deck. This deck. Beyond Lemuria deck. What are the guides helping you to release this year for pile number 1? Yeah. Let's see. Oh, that one was sticking to my... That's so funny. My finger. It's the number 11, which is a master number. Master number. The number 11 is the beginning, like the 1 and the 1. It's the beginning of something new. It says the seamless unspeakable. Can you see that? Again, there's something that you don't see clearly right now. It's okay. I'm just seeing it from my point of view doing this reading for you. It's interesting because I have to keep on like adjusting the autofocus, because like manually adjusting the autofocus, which is really funny. So this says ether. Ether. Aether. Ether. You see that? And the ether has to do with space. So you've got the air and the space element right here. So you're creating more, you're simplifying your life, you're creating more space so that, yeah, and you're creating this fertile ground to begin afresh, begin something new in this year. So what you're releasing is all this fear, all these blockages that are like keeping you constricted and confined in this little box. And it said in the channeled messages, who makes the rules anyhow? Right? Who makes the rules anyhow? Are they not just made by other people at one point or other? So like what hold does it have over you? And I'm not saying to like, you know, there's certain rules, of course, like over here in the United States, you drive on the right side of the road. If you were starting to say, well, who cares about rules, and start disregard it and start driving on the left side of the road, then that could create quite a problem, right? You could get into a pretty bad accident. You could get others badly hurt as well. People would probably honk at you and scream at you and all sorts of stuff, and like it would not be good. So there are certain rules, despite someone having created them at one point. It was a rule that wasn't necessarily arbitrary, but created for the safety of all. And then there's rules that are created that are arbitrary and they don't make much sense, and maybe it made sense at one point in time, and now we have to go back to the drawing board and question why we had those rules in place in the first place, because you know, we change and we are evolving, and stuff like 200 years ago is not going to be as relevant today as it once was. So just taking a look at that from your personal point of view, what that means to you in your life. Maybe you have gone with certain rules that you have to question now, because why are you so strongly holding on to these? It's kind of like self-created limitations in some ways, you know, or holding on to someone else's rules as fact when you could be like, well, wait a second, why do we do it this way? That is a great question. It's what every scientist does as well. You know, deductive thinking, getting back to the basics, starting over, go to the basics, and start fresh. Yeah. Question why. Question, you know, those there's the infamous 2-year-old questions are why do we do this, Daddy and Mommy? Why do we do this? So it's kind of like that, going back to why. But why are things created in this way? Why am I doing this if it doesn't make me happy? Why am I in this job that I know I'm not going to be fulfilled doing this job anymore? Why am I with this person who keeps on cussing me out every moment of every day? That type of thing. Question the reasons why you're doing things or others are doing things. It's yeah. Anyhow, that's the thing, because it's helping you to kind of release those limitations and move on, create more lightness and space for you. Okay, we have this card now. This is it's the ocean. I forget what the deck name is, but I'll put it down in the description box for you guys. What are your guides helping you, pile number 1, to release this year? Okay. It says in the number 49, be insightful and established. Ground and rebalance your energy. Bring your awareness into the now. Can you see this? Again, the autofocus not really working so well today. It says, be insightful and established, ground and rebalance your energy, bring your awareness into the now rather than allowing it to occupy the past or future. Wow. That's a beautiful card. Oh, look at all the colors. It's like the coral reefs, that all the color and all the life in a coral reef. And then there's something about coral reefs as well. I'm getting a message like with all the vibrancy and the color and the life in the coral reefs as they once were in this world, it's almost like we need to protect that within ourselves, that energy within ourselves, that vibrancy, that life, the the light that makes you feel alive, that color, and release any anxieties. Something about conservation and preservation. Conservation and preservation right there. Okay. Be insightful and established. And yeah, getting back to the basics, meaning being here and now as well. I think I say that a lot in my readings, and it's very true. If you look at all of the ascended masters, all of the saints and sages, and the avatars, and holy people, and I don't know, like just think of someone that you really look up to, like, I don't know, Eckhart Tolle or Ram Dass or someone like that who have reached a certain level of enlightened being. Yeah, and they have their awareness in the here and now, right? They have a lot of talks out there too that have been recorded over time, so it might be something that you'd be interested in looking at for yourself, just as a reminder to be in the here and now. If you have a meditative practice, that's great. If not, that's okay as well. It's just like maybe you can do a more contemplative practice, or maybe for you it's like getting out in nature, or it's creating a piece of artwork, or it's singing I don't know, singing in the shower, anything like that. It could be something as simple as that that makes you feel in the here and now. Sometimes I even get it when I'm like brushing my teeth. I'm brushing my teeth in the morning and evening, and I'm just humming to myself and really feeling all the bristles of the brush, the that punch of the mint flavor within my mouth, that zestiness almost too. It's like, I don't know how to express that, but it's very interesting to have that in my, it's just, it brings you back into the moment. Like utilize your senses for bringing yourself back into the here and now. What do you see? What do you hear? What do you feel? What do you sense? What do you taste? Yeah, all of that. Bring your senses back into the moment. That can really help you. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna go with these mermaid cards. This mermaid deck. What are your guides helping you to release this year? Pile number 1. Okay. Relaxation. I really needed to breathe long and deep with that one. Yeah, with every in-breath comes an out-breath. With every out-breath comes an in-breath. With every ocean, there is a wave. With every wave, there is an ocean. I just got this feeling of like deep knowing, deep relaxation within the body and mind space. It's like just something washed over me at this point in time. during your reading. As soon as I saw this relaxation and see how she's just flowing, going with the flow, there's a jellyfish, there's a fish here. She's a beautiful mermaid, just resting, kind of going with the flow of the ocean current. Yeah, going with the flow. That cooling, maternal, calming, soothing energy is coming through again. Bringing breath into every moment. Bringing awareness of the breath, I should say, into every moment. So what you are releasing is that, you know, the channeled messages where in the beginning it said, can't think straight, anxiety, you're motivated to get started, but then you're like overwhelmed by the change of all these things going too fast almost, because things can go overnight, yet you're still impatient because you want it now. There's a lot of that type of anxiety, anxious feeling right now. And it it can be a collective feeling because there's a lot of people right now in the world that are experiencing some level of uncertainty. And that uncertainty and that level of mystery beyond the known is causing causing this anxiety, this like collective anxiety that's we are feeling as empaths, as highly sensitive people. And I'm assuming if you're here watching a video, one of my videos or other people's videos that do these pick a cards and they're very like intuitive, you're probably also a highly sensitive person and you're just seeking validation with some of these people out there for the things that you already know inside yourself. Like you have to understand that like you know it all already. Like that level of confusion, whatever's coming through that is confusing or unfocused or unsettling, uh it's like because you what is it, I'm sorry to say this, but it's kind of like you're refusing to accept the truth and what you're being asked to do. You know, because intuitively you know what you need to do. Intuitively you know exactly what you need to do, and yet the confusion is here because it wants to keep you held back in a sense. Like that fear is holding you back from the experiences that could potentially be extremely fulfilling for you. So this year is a great year that's going to be, you're gonna have a lot of help though. Like this isn't just you doing this. If you think that you're on your own doing all this on your own, you're not alone. Again, it's a collective feeling that you're probably experiencing as a highly sensitive. So it's not just your stuff that you're picking up on. It's a collective. It's the collective consciousness that you're picking up on. So it's not just your stuff. And the guidance that's coming through is saying that they're going to help you to release these anxieties, just take care of some of the things that need cleaning up to make you lighter, to help you get to that point where you're feeling a lot more confident within yourself. There's a connection with all this to this relaxation. This relaxation will come when you because when you step into it's interesting when you I don't know why they want me to say it this way, but when you step into the discomfort of the not knowing, you are going to relax into the knowing that you don't know. Oh goodness. That's what's coming through. Okay, we have a couple more cards and they're from ooh, it's like the Starseed card and the Healing Waters, or Starseed deck and the Healing Waters deck. So let's do those, and then maybe a couple of tea leaves. Okay. I don't know. Maybe I won't do tea leaves. We'll see how much room we have here. I think we'll have enough room for it. So, what are your guides helping you to release this year? Pile number 1. The Healing Lagoon. Again, the autofocus. I'm very deeply sorry if the autofocus is not working very well today. It says the Healing Lagoon. It says rejuvenate, recovery, time to heal, and it's safe to stop. Isn't that interesting? After we just got the relaxation card from the Mermaids deck. The Healing Lagoon. I do think that the elements are really working with you this year as well. The elements of air, ether, and water are really working with you. And because we talked about soil, well, I'm thinking like all the 5 elements: fire, air, ether, water, earth. So all of those are working together with you to kind of ground you, to lighten you up, to relax you, bring your nervous system back to a balanced state. The Healing Lagoon. So you are in a time of recovery. Maybe last year was a really difficult year for you. I'm sorry if it was very difficult for you. I know it was for a lot of us highly sensitives. There was a lot going on, and there still is. Okay. We're in this together. We're in this together, doing this together, y'all. So it's safe to stop. It's okay because you are healing, you're in recovery. And when you're in recovery, that means you do have to slow down because you're in recovery. Yeah, this is pretty like blatantly obvious in your face. Like this is what the guides want you to know. They keep on telling us over and over. I could just have stopped like at the death card, I assume, but like all of this is really helping to validate our experiences and our experience moving forward. It's helping us to like say no to some of those obligations that we feel we're obliged to do, release the fear, obligation, and guilt, and move on, move forward with a new mindset, clear thinking, clear slate, fertile soil, a rested, well rested body and mind, healed emotions. It sounds really nice, actually, when I say it that way. Okay, let's do this deck here. Ooh, that one wanted to come through. We the Hawthors. Okay. So if you see this one here, there we go. It says we the Hawthors. It says deep love, mother's milk, and birth as a portal. So yeah, this is like the portal into this new life, this new chapter. And we the Hawthors, you may have a connection to the Hathors. You may have a connection to ancient Egypt. You may have a connection to Lemuria because we did have the Beyond Lemuria deck that came through. You may be connected with the star ancestors, ancient star beings. I don't know if you can see all this. I'm sorry. Let's see. There we go. There. Deep love, mother's milk, and birth as a portal. Mother, yeah, maternal energy coming through. You're being guided by the Divine Mother. You're being guided by the mother of the universe, through the mother's energy, through this yin state of energy, through the cooling down and calming down, cooling off, and relaxation. It's like the guides and guidance are all helping you with your femininity and your feminine energies, like restoring the waters of your body, the waters of your soul. That's what I'm hearing. Restoring the waters of your body, the waters of your soul. It seems like the water was dried up, the well was dry. At one point, I'm seeing this visual of a dry well. And it's getting filled up right as we speak. I can see it right now. Wow. Okay, we will do a couple of these cards here. I do have to shuffle them. I did not shuffle them beforehand, so give me a moment. I will be right back. Okay, I got all these shuffled now. What are your guides helping you to release this year? Okay. Let's see. We've got all these here. We have clouds with temporary problems. So they're going to help with temporary problems, things that come through. Just like clouds, they come and go. So it's not anything to become worried or attached to or worried about, because those are just temporary situations. We have the month of July. Oh, wow, this autofocus is crazy right now. Interesting. We have the month of July, again with waves in the middle summer sun. We have younger man or younger man dealings or relationship with a younger man that may be of significance to you. And year, good news. Okay. If some of you, your third eye is opening. And with the ear here, what I am hearing is that your ears are kind of getting like washed out and cleansed as well as your entire body, actually. And this is actually good news. Your energy is being up-leveled. Your relationships are clearing up, or any problems are going to be just temporary, especially in relationships. I also hear if there's any issues, ongoing issues with the body, those are also going to be cleansed and cleared, and you'll feel a lot more energized and refreshed. You won't have this underlying anxiety by the end of this year. You're going to almost like embrace these magical opportunities in which you don't know what the outcome will be. In the channeled messages, I did channel that, you're impatient to see results and you're outcome oriented versus enjoying the journey. And this may be just a temporary situation. It may be something that's just a temporary. So by this year, the end of this year, especially, or maybe even by July, this could be just by like the 6-month mark or 7th month, 6 months or 7 months. Whenever you come to this, July may be a significance. You may be watching this in July. But nevertheless, that might be the time when this stuff actually happens, when when there's a resolution to certain problems in your life, when you feel like you actually what am I trying to say, Spirit? I'm hearing a lot of things right now. Just like got super in the moment here. That's the thing, it's bringing you into the moment. That's what it like, you're going to be feeling like in the moment. You're going to be, instead of being so future oriented or reminiscing about the past, you'll be moment by moment living your life and being really happy and excited about it and not scared that you don't know what's to come next. It's actually exhilarating and fun. So that is what is happening this year. You're turning your fears of the unknown into this, like, the fun, uh like a fun factor. Like, ooh, this is a surprise, I don't know what's to come next. And yeah, and you actually embrace that part of you that doesn't know and that is no longer fearful, because you're embracing that opportunity to not know. Like, to, sometimes it's nice to not know everything, but of course us who are here highly sensitives and wanting to, like, know what's going on, that's why I come to these readings. But at some point you're probably going to be like, no, I don't need these readings. I really don't. Like, I know what's going on. Yeah. So let's take a look at some more of your tarot cards. Wow, they're flying out. Whoa, okay. 3 of them came through. Okay. We have the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords. There we go. And that's connected to the throat chakra, I think. The Queen of Swords, she speaks the truth, she knows the truth, she holds the sword of truth, and she can use it in such an eloquent way, a maternal way. You can say no without hurting people's feelings. You can actually get away with that. Yeah, you can say no to the things that you feel like you've been obliged to do in the past, and now you're like, no, I don't need to do that. I don't need to do that. I don't need that anymore. The Eight of Swords is that release of, so this is boundary setting. The Queen of Swords, you're very strong in your boundaries. The Eight of Swords is letting go of the anxieties and fears and obsessions over what's to come next. That, she's blindfolded here. She can't see what's going on, and it makes her anxious. So you're releasing those anxieties. Again, swords, so it's of the mind, of the air quality. And then we have the Princess of Coins. And I believe the Princess of Coins is the Page of Coins, Page of Pentacles, and that's connected to the heart. So this is grounding your energy. This is fertile energy, actually, the very fertile energy, starting to do something in your life that you truly love and enjoy. And it may be something that was fun when you were younger and you just forgot about it, or just didn't have enough time to work on it. So that's coming back. This fertility, actually, too, this sexuality, sensuality is coming in, and your love of life is coming back. Yeah. So there's a lot that is the biggest thing I think that you are releasing this year, that the guides are helping you with, is this fear of the unknown. Embracing the unknown is what you are being asked to do. and to create positive boundaries, loving boundaries for yourself, releasing those worries over the future or worries about the past, and bringing in fertile new energy, grounding it into the here and now, and being excited about creating something new, right? This is new fertile energy. Can be sexual energy too. So I don't know if you're of that age, but sexuality can come back online for you. You could probably, and maybe you just steer that sensual sexual energy into creative energy, creative flow. And that makes sense too. So yeah, this is a beautiful year for you. Whenever you come to this reading, I hope that you glean something from this. I'm really excited to see what's to come for this year for you, and I'm interested in hearing down in the comment section if this has resonated for you. So please give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this reading. Go down to the comment section, like I said, and tell me if this resonated with you or if there's anything that you'd like to see in the future. And subscribe to my channel in case you don't want to miss a reading from me. I think that's it. I want to say thank you so much for coming today, tuning in. Jai Ma, and bye for now. Hi, pile number 2, and welcome to your reading. What are your guides helping you to release this year? So, this is your significator card. And on the back of this significator card, it says, bask in the glow of the moon. Have you done that recently? Basking in the glow of the moon. If you haven't, I think this is a pretty straightforward request. If you're watching this, whenever you're watching this, basking in the glow of the moon, sleeping under the moonlight, just looking up at the stars at night. Doesn't have to be a full moon. It can be whatever moon, like this one. It could be moon like that. So what I'll be doing is grabbing one card from this deck. This is your tarot deck. It's fairy tarot. And before I do that, I'll read your channeled messages. I have some channeled messages for you. I said in the first group that they came through a little bit differently. They're a little bit shorter today. There was a lot of silence in between each and every pile. And also, when I was meditating and the channeled messages were coming through, they were kind of like a little bit dispersed, and yeah, there just weren't as many words that were coming through. It was a lot more emotional involvement than words. And so I was sitting in the emotions of this group, each and every group, when I was doing it. I just wanted to let you know before diving in. So here are your channeled messages. I'll just read them off here. It says, walk a mile in another's footsteps before coming to conclusions about them or about you. You are divinely protected. Rest and sleep is important right now. The body is or has been on overdrive. Burnout? Despite what the body may feel, light exercise and stretching may help with the burnout and exhaustion if you're experiencing that. I wrote down spicy foods to help kind of stimulate the body a little bit. Stimulants, be gentle with the stimulants. Then it says Sergeant Little, kangaroo, emptiness in the stomach. Listen to gut feelings. What are you trying to fill? Delayed gratification, travel, trips for this year, and outside views versus mountain air. Bed, tingly feelings all over the body and creature comforts. So there was a lot of like, I almost felt like very exhausted, like physically exhausted in your group. So it just felt really nice. There was this like wave of relaxation that was coming over the body. And yeah, hold on one second. I hope that you don't hear that background noise. It's really annoying. I just wanted to inform you. So when I was reading this, it said there were things that were coming through. It might not make sense to me. It might make sense to you guys. I wrote down the Sergeant Little, kangaroo, emptiness in the stomach. There was like a pit in the stomach, almost a pit feeling. Listen to your gut feelings. What are you trying to fill? So is there something that you're trying to fill the void? I wrote down delayed gratification, travel and trips for this year, so that might be of significance, like you're trying to plan a trip or you're trying to go and travel this year. And I wrote down oceanside views versus mountain air, so it's kind of like decisions, trying to make a decision on where to go, what to do. I wrote down bed and tingly feeling all over the body. You know, when you're really, really relaxed, some people can experience this where there's like this tingling all over the body when you're feeling really, really tired and you can't snap yourself out of that. You have to straight away go to bed. That's what I felt. And then I wrote down creature comforts for the last little bit of this. All right, that's the end of the channeled messages. Let's get a significator card from your fairy tarot deck. And we're asking, what are your guides helping you to release this year? Okay. Ooh, you've got the moon with the number 18. It says powerful, intuitive epiphanies, letting go of worry and fear, understanding the truth of the situation. That's a really nice one to be getting for this year. So the guides want you to know that you are letting go of worry and fear, and you are coming into a greater heightened awareness, heightened intuition. By the way, I don't think that I showed you your black tourmaline, but there it is. There's your black tourmaline. So heavy protection as well. It's interesting that you have the moon here and the moon here. And I am so sorry that the autofocus is not working with your group as well. Group 1's autofocus was really off and shifty, and I had to manually do the autofocus. So in case you're wondering, so there may be something that you're not aware of right now, that you are coming into the truth of the matter. You're coming into total like awareness and understanding. Your intuition will be on point, and you're releasing any fears regarding fears and worries regarding these epiphanies. Yeah. Okay. We'll take more of these in a little bit, but that was like the significator card. I wanted to just start with one of those. And if you weren't in the second half, listening into the second half of the introduction, I did state that I'm going to just shuffle on camera. I have all the decks pulled out and ready to go, but I didn't pull out the cards beforehand and create the piles that I normally do. So I'm just going to shuffle them on camera with you, which may take us a little bit longer, but I think it's going to be really nice for you to see how I do things. Okay. So this is the first thing I'm going to shuffle. What are your guides helping you to release this year? Pile number 2. Pile number 2. No. Actually, yeah, that one. Oops. We got 2 of them. Interesting. You have solitude and security. So solitude in the front with the full moon here in the darkness, the dark sky. You see that? And then you have this card, which is security with a fire underneath the dark sky. It looks like hieroglyphs, actually, like being next to a cave or something like that. And then you see the, what are they called? The like astrology symbols in the sky. That's beautiful. The warmth of the fireplace and the light of the moon, you are being guided by this light, by the fire and by the moonlight, and yeah, by the moon. There's 3 moons in a row. Do you see that? Solitude and security. And I do think that you're probably coming into, and I might have to like just clarify this a little bit in your spread, but what I'm getting is that you've been in a state of solitude for a little while. And though the solitude is still necessary at certain points in time, I think you're coming out of that and releasing any fear or worry, getting back into the swing of things, into, you know, bigger, larger groups, connections with others. So there's something to do with that. So you are definitely creating a more secure year by this guiding light from within. These guides are helping to guide you, and you are guiding yourself, actually. That light is within you. Let's take a look at this deck. This is the Beyond Lemuria deck. All the decks, by the way, that I do use are going to be in the description box. So if you have any questions about what decks I'm using, if I don't say what they are, and that's what it is. We're coming into alignment with the number 18. So you have 2 18s, 18 and 18. 2 dolphins here. More joy, more fun, more play, more alignment, more connection, and connection with maybe someone else too. So if you're wishing to find love in this lifetime, this year may be a really significant year for you. You may find your soulmate. That's what I'm hearing, because you have the 18 and 18, that mirroring. There may be, oh, interesting. I wouldn't normally say this, but it may be, for some of you, a twin flame type of thing. Yeah, potentially. Otherwise, it could be a soulmate. It could be just a partner, a business partner, partnership, love, relationship of some sort where it's very loving and kind and dear to you. And then also you're just coming into right relationship with the self, alignment with the self. If you see this as like the chakra system, everything's becoming more aligned. Okay. Let's see, we got this one, and we'll go with the Mermaids. Let's start with the Mermaids deck. What are your guides helping you to release this year, pile number 2? What are you guys? Contentment. Interesting. What I'm hearing, though, is that you're actually, like, you've been discontented with life. Like, life hasn't been... It's given you some things, of course, and then it hasn't been as easy in some cases, though, for you. So, and then the contentment, so it's bringing in a level of, like, contentment within the self-assuredness. That's what I'm hearing. Self-assuredness. Like, you don't need other people or other readers or other guides to guide you. You are your inner guide. This is like the Hermit card, actually, when I'm looking at it too, that you are your own guide. Like if you're looking for answers, you look within yourself first. And I think that this year will be a big year, a big step forward in your spirituality, feeling very secure within the self. That's actually what I'm getting. You're becoming aligned within yourself, alignment within yourself, and therefore those are the types of relationships that you are going to be aligned with as well in the near future. And this discontentment, any discontent or any fear or worry is being released. Released. Okay. We've got these beautiful ocean cards. So, what are your guides helping you to release this year? Pile number 2. Oh. Do you see that? It's the starfish with the number 12. Replacing what was lost. You now have the opportunity to rejuvenate and start anew. Create with a new perspective or outlook. This card may also indicate abundance is on the horizon. Ooh, yeah. Abundance is on the horizon, y'all. Pile number 2. You don't have to worry about abundance. It's coming to you. It's coming your way. You have manifested that already for yourself. And yeah, there's so much positivity in your group, actually. Though I still feel like that gut feeling, that gut anxiety, I guess. There's like a queasiness or uneasiness in the gut while I'm doing this, and it seems like you're just still in a space where you're not quite in this space yet, in this security within the self. Not yet. You will. That's what the guides are helping you with as well. Okay. And replacing what was lost. So, you lost what I'm hearing and what I'm seeing right now. You lost the fire within you. You lost the fire of your passions, your desires. It made you discontented. You lost your dreams. You thought that you couldn't keep, you thought because you're however old now, or because you have a family, or because you did something else with your life, that you weren't able to do the dream that you set off to do when you were young, when you were like really young. But that's not true. So there's a replacing what was lost. There's when you lost that passion, when you lost the desire to face the adversities and try your dream out, try to make your dreams a reality. When you lost that, a part of your soul was lost in the process, and I think this year you're gaining that back. You're that part of the soul, that part of that self-assuredness, that non-doubting self, that very confident self is coming back, and you might actually experience an awakening of your creativity and sensuality and flow. So what made you excited at one point, now you're going to experience that again. You'll experience a burst of energy, a flow of prana, like this energy that goes through the body, a flow of chi, I should say, actually. So that's actually really good. I can't see what's bad about that. I honestly, I think the hardest part was when you lost hope in the past, and yet hope is coming back to you now, and the guides want to help you to release the fears and anxieties and the worries. Okay, so this is the Healing Waters Oracle deck. What are your guides helping you to release this year? Wow, that one flew out. Let's see what it is. Selkie. Aw. Can you see that? Again, because the autofocus is not working well with your group either, I do think that there's something that's not clear yet for you. And it will become clearer as you go. There's clarity that is happening for you. And yeah, let's see out here too. It says, coming out of hiding, embrace who you really are. Yeah, embracing who you really are. Going, you know, if you had a dream and you really wanted to do something, you really wanted to be a singer, but people when you were younger were telling you that you couldn't, or your parents or someone said, or your sister or brother said, you can't, you're stupid if you think that you can sing, you can't sing worth a dime. And yet that was what made you happy, and you actually weren't a bad singer. It was just that that person was like upset at you and just said that one thing offhanded, and then you quit. You didn't want to sing anymore, and that was the soul loss that happened. That was the loss of this desire, this dream of yours to become a singer. And now you're 75 years old wanting to sing, or 25 years old wanting to sing again, and you have that option. You do. Start taking singing classes. Start, like, you know, there's these apps now that you can use to sing with others. Sing just by yourself if you're really nervous about singing in front of others. I do that all the time. It's fun, and it's really interesting when I get when my partner hears me singing and he's like, "What is that? What are you doing?" Yeah. So maybe that's something. I'm not talking about singing. It might be something else for you, but I was just using that as an example. Embrace who you really are. Come out of hiding. Yeah, coming out of your hiding. Come out of the solitude. Come out of the moon state. Almost coming out of, like, I mean, you're going to be secure within yourself, but coming out of that security zone where you were contentedly discontent, like in that state of, well, I'm comfortably uncomfortable, right? That's what I wanted to say. Comfortably uncomfortable, that state of security where you at least know what you're going to get if you keep on doing the same old. But what this whole reading is all about for you guys is to release the fear. Wow, this really connects to pile number 1 now that I'm saying it out loud. But releasing the fear of the unknown and coming out of hiding and opening up your heart to embracing the unknown, embracing the new possibilities, and you will be more secure within yourself. You have, and coming out of hiding, coming out of this solitude state, you'll have a lot more friends. You'll have a lot more soul tribe type of people coming out of the woodwork, finding you. You don't have to find them. They're just going to find you because your energetic states are going to be compatible. And that's the reason why also in your reading, pile number 2, that alignment with maybe another person as well, this love interest possibly can happen for you if you've been looking for a partner. Okay. Let's see. I think we have one more. Yeah, we have one more card to pull from this Starseed deck, and then we will grab a couple more from the tarot deck. Whoa. Okay, what are your guides helping you to release this year? And this one came out. Forge, don't follow. You see that? It says, pave a new path, be the leader you wish you had. Be the leader you wish you had. And that's so obviously true, right? Be the leader that you wish you had. If you wish that you had a mentor who could guide you through and make good choices in your life, be that mentor now. Be the mentor for yourself. Be that guiding light for yourself. Be that guiding light for others as well. But the thing is, you have to do that for yourself first before you can do it for others. Yeah. Some tea leaves here, maybe just a couple. Yeah, I wanted, oh, these two. Okay. These two just popped out. So September, this timing will be likely of significance for your group. And look at the windy, twiny vines of this. I don't know what kind of tree that is. Looks very viney, maybe a banyan or something, a banyan tree. Very viney. So coming out of this entanglement, that's what I'm hearing. Coming out of an entanglement and becoming aligned to something greater. Then you have the key within yourself. So successful outcome to your problems. You are that key. Or the key is this guidance. The key is maybe this this reading for you. Nice. Okay. Tarot, what are your guides helping you to release this year? Pile number 2. Please give me a couple of tarot cards, please. Oh, those are the 3. Those are the 3 that wanted to come out. So, first one is the Queen of Spring. With brilliant, loyal, talented, and friendly, it says at the bottom here. And I'm so sorry if the autofocus keeps on going out of focus. Like I said, I keep on having to manually focus it. It says, believe in yourself. Wonderful people want to help you. Maintain a balance between work and home life. Okay, we have the Prince of Spring. And that one is immediate action, a challenge you can successfully manage, a passionate relationship. And up here it says Prince of Spring, charming, self-confident, passionate, and restless. Okay. So the Queen, and then we have, this is the Wands category. So the Queen of Wands, the Knight of Wands, and then the 6 of Winter, which would be the 6 of Swords. Believe changes are on, or positive changes are on their way. A welcome relief from troubled times, traveling or relocating. And we did get travel in, I think the channeled messages had something about travel for your group and talking about oceanside or mountainside, ocean views or mountain something or other. Mountain air. Okay, yeah, traveling and trips for this year. So you may be going on a trip. This is like moving away from all the, the 6 of Winter or the 6 of Swords is kind of moving away from the old, outdated self. The Queen of Wands and the Queen of Wands, what did I say that was? The Knight of Wands. Yeah, the Queen of Wands and the Knight of Wands, very action oriented. The passion is coming back. Can you see that? Like, very passionate, brilliant, loyal, talented, friendly, charming, self-confident, passionate, restless, believe in yourself, immediate action, like, yeah, it's like gung-ho, going for your dreams. Believe in yourself, believe in your dreams, make your dreams a reality. It's never too late. It's never too late. You may think you missed the bus on this one, but you did not. So go back to the drawing board. Really think about one of the dreams that you maybe have given up on at one point and go back to that. You did not lose yourself for very long. If you did, you're back now. You are back. You're back and at it. Seriously, you have all of the qualities to be able to bring your dreams into a reality right now, right here. And troubling times are over. You are seeing more positive changes. Your guides and guidance do want you to know that you're releasing the fears and the worries of the past and of the future, actually. So bringing you back to the here and now. I think that's all I have for you, pile number 2. I really do appreciate that you're here today, that you came to this reading. This is your reading, specifically curated for you when you get to this reading. It's a timeless reading. And yeah, thank you for joining me today, whenever that is for you. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed my reading. Please go down to the comment section and comment on what resonated for you, what didn't resonate for you, and anything else that was of significance in this reading for you. Subscribe to my channel so you never miss a reading from me, and I really do hope that I see you in the next reading. Jai Ma, and bye for now. Hi, pile number 3, and welcome to your reading. What are your guides helping you to release this year? Thank you for tuning in today. This is your significator card if you chose this pile number 3. And you have the green moss agate as your crystal. Okay, I'll put that off to the side. This significator card, by the way, has a back and it says, watch the sunset. Beautiful card, right? Watch the sunset. All the pinks and whites and oranges. I saw the sunset last night and it was such a beautiful, like, cream color, like a orange cream color. So what I'm going to do right now is read your channeled messages and then pick a significator card or 2 from this tarot deck, and then we'll dive into your reading. And if you didn't see in the introduction, in the latter part of the introduction, I did state that instead of choosing the cards prior to this reading, I usually do that. I shuffle the decks and get the cards ready for the reading. I'm going to just shuffle them on camera, so it is a little bit longer of a reading. I hope that's not a problem for you guys. Just let me know if that's something you guys enjoy. And yeah, then you can see how I do it. So pile number 3, your channeled messages are written down here. They are shorter messages. I was telling piles number 1 and 2 that when I sat down for meditation and the channeling was coming through, it was coming through more as like an emotional, nonverbal state versus verbal. So there was some stuff that I did write down for you guys. Just be aware they are shorter today, and there was a lot of silent moments in between, and that was kind of the energetic state that was happening during this reading. Okay, so it says for pile number 3, stay mild and gay for life. Jump in with both feet. Butterflies in the stomach. Treetops zip line excursion. So I was seeing the treetops and the zip line, someone zipping through, I don't know, a bunch of green, beautiful trees in a lush forest. Then I wrote down new things, new places, new scenes, new faces. You become the authority of your life. You decide how your story is told. My legs and feet were really aching at this point, and they had just all of a sudden started aching. So I wrote down aching legs and feet, and I was wondering if that was a connection with your group. It says massage or massage gun, so it may be of benefit to do a massage for yourselves. Wrote down rigidity to fluidity and crying to flying. High-pitched sounds in both ears, so the ears were very, very sensitive to this very high pitch for a little while I was doing this meditation. And it said, take care of the self at this time. Great times are ahead, lots of change. Yeah. Okay. Let me just check to see if this is Okay, we're good to go then. I was just checking to make sure that this was working on the third round here. So let's take a look at your significator card, a significator card from your tarot deck here. What are your guides helping you to release this year? Pile number 3. What are your guides? Ooh, I think that one here. Ooh, okay. So we've got the 4 of Cups. We'll take more of these later, but I'll show you this card. It's the 4 of Cups with 3 cups up, but he's, putting 1 cup down, like kind of, I don't know what it's doing with the rose there. Do you see the all-seeing eye? The all-seeing eye is looking through, peeking through, watching this person who's a little like focused on almost like the wrong things, or focused on like one thing, but then there's these other options as well. So 4 of Cups, but there is some stability here. There's some stability in your so what are you releasing? What are you releasing from this? You're releasing, what I'm hearing is discontentment. What you're releasing is misuse of your focused guidance, misuse of your guidance. Does that make sense? Interesting. Huh. 4 of Cups. Very interesting. Okay. So yeah. Almost not paying attention, like inattention or distraction. Oh, that's what it is. What your guides are helping you to release this year, it's like this inattention, this inability to focus, distraction, all that. Like that's what you're releasing. Yeah. Okay. Let's take a look at your other cards. We will start with this deck right here. Okay. What are your guides helping you to release this year? Pile number 3. What are your guides helping you to release this year? No, I don't want that one. I want this one here. New beginnings. Okay, starting new. Okay, and we do have new things, new places, new scenes, new faces. That was in the channeled messages. So new beginnings. Interesting, huh? And that looks like either a sunrise or sunset. I think it's a sunrise because it's saying new beginnings. So the horizon, the rising sun. But this one was saying like watch the sunset. So maybe there's a sun setting in your life, which is this setting aside these distractions so that you can start something, like actually focus on the new stuff that's coming in, the good things that are coming in for you. Okay. We will go with, I think I was going to do this one, the Beyond Lemuria deck. Pile number 3. What are your guides helping you to release this year? Radical expansion. Oh, wow. Look at that. It's like a serpent type of winged serpent of some sort. Isn't that interesting? And then there's that lady down here with the heart expanding opening up to the possibilities of something new. Number 40, radical expansion. So I wonder if 40 is how old you are, or 40 is a number that is of significance to you. But look at that. All the colors too. Look at the colors. This really, I don't know, I really love this card right now. This is really exciting times. Grounding yourself a little bit is necessary with all this excitement, all this new stuff. Grounding yourself is helpful. I'm getting like essential oils for this actually, and the essential oil that comes to mind is neroli and there's another one, cedar. Those are the two that are coming through. So if you're interested in essential oils, those are two very grounding and sacred oils that you could, essential oils that you could use as like an aromatherapy for yourself during this year while you're going through all of these changes, these beautiful changes. Like there's hope on the horizon. All the colors, like the colors of the rainbow, are showing up. There's a lot of lightness and brightness, connection to the heart center, connection to love. Even that rose down here, that rose. Okay, let's see. I will do the mermaid deck next. This mermaid deck. What are your guides helping you to release this year? Pile number 3. What? Whoa, okay. Release, I hear that, release the need to know everything. Ask for help. If you don't know something, don't be embarrassed to ask for help. Don't just swallow your pride and ask for help. Okay? If you need help, get it. And it depends on what this help is for. You know, I'm getting, for some of you, it may be emotional, spiritual guidance. You could have a spiritual guide, someone who helps you through these spiritual awakenings that you're experiencing in this year. You could have a therapist, a really good counselor or therapist who helps you understand your emotions, where they stem from, and how you can cope with them and how you can manage them a little bit better and master them. Also, it may be something that you want to start, this new beginning, something that you want to start, you want to learn something new. Well, you're going to need to ask for help with that. You could go on to Coursera.com, I think it is, or Coursera.org, and take courses, like college level courses, to learn something new. That's how I learned bookkeeping. That's how I did it. It was really cool because you pay only like a certain fee for it, and you can get like credits for doing that. You could go on to Udemy.com and learn anything on there as well. If you want to go in person to places, and I'm just saying this now because it's coming through, but it's like asking for help and learning is the next step. Learning is like the thing that may help you along the way. And that's why I'm suggesting taking classes or looking up these online courses. And I don't know, it's just something that is coming through. Maybe you're wanting to learn something new, and if it's not that, then asking for help, asking for guidance, selecting a mentor who's appropriate to guide you. If you're starting a business, so to speak, then you would want someone who can mentor you through the process of starting a business. You know, a little bit of guidance helps because there's a lot of facets to that. And you can't know it all, right? You can't be a know-it-all. Even a know-it-all can't know it all. So even if you're very smart, you can't do it all yourself, right? Like there's a point where you do have to ask for help, and it's okay. It is okay to ask for help. Okay, let's look at this. This is an ocean, I forget what it's called, but it's like Ocean's Oracle. What are your guides helping you to release this year? Wow, that just like flew out. Let me just adjust that for a second. There we go. It says childlike devotion with the number 50. You are a multi-talented, complex being. Embrace and love who you are. What a beautiful card to get. Like, very much a reminder that you are amazing. And look at the color of this fish. Isn't that beautiful? I could just look at this fish forever. I don't know why. It's just, it really, really draws my attention. All these cards are drawing my attention today. They're beautiful. You have such beauty, and this childlike devotion, this beauty, this creativity is like, it's, I don't want to call it that, spirit. Is that a good word for it? What I'm hearing is festering inside of you, so there needs to be an outlet. That is so strange to be saying festering, because festering would be like a wound or something, like something that's like needing to come out. Like it's just, ugh, all this energy, all this built up energy that you have stored away so far. Like it wants to come out. It wants to come out. It wants to come out and play. Multi-talented, complex being. Embrace and love who you are. Absolutely. I love these colors right now. I'm like, oh, I love it. Okay, let's check these here. This is the Healing Waters Oracle deck. What are your guides helping you to release this year? Pile number 3. Oh, wow. The Wellspring. What are you thirsty for? Body care. Take a breath. Kind of like what I just did. I went, right? Look at that. She's right in the center. I don't know if you can see this. She's in the center of this spring, completely being nourished and nurtured by this spring. It's beautiful. She looks so relaxed. So maybe you just need a little bit of time out as well. It did land on the 4 of Cups, so that is like a timeout card technically. So maybe you need a little bit of a timeout to get clear on your intentions, to get focused, and to remove any distractions. And the guides are helping you with that. You can ask for, that's another thing. This ask for help is asking the guides and guidance for help as well, and your angels, the angelic realm, the dragon realm. They're asking you to ask them for help because that's how they can help you. They will help you. It's just more potent when you actually have that intention behind the whole thing, and you're like, hey guides, I do need you. Can you help me with this? Can you help me to launch this meeting? Can you help me to launch this business? How can you help me to start this new relationship? So whatever it is for you, that's amazing. And the biggest thing is, when you take that time out, take a breath, and relax. Rest. Take all the time that you need, because this will happen. Okay. We'll take a look at these here. What are your guides helping you to release this year? Pile number 3. This is the Starseed Oracle. That one just came flying out. Whale and Orca Elders. You see that? Oh, I don't know what's up with this autofocus. It says, share your song, frequency of sound, dive deep. Whale and Orca Elders. There was this thing on, I don't know if it was on National Geographic or something like that, where it was talking about how certain whales have the capacity to sing, and it can be heard over like 100 miles away. So their calls can be heard from 100 miles away. That's how I feel your voice is. That's how I feel you are right now. Your energy can be heard and felt for for very many miles away. Like, you actually are quite the influencer. That might be something that you're interested in doing too, or it might just happen to fall upon you that you become this like unique influencer in the world, based on what you end up starting, what you end up doing, what you end up following once you remove the distractions of your life, and once you ponder your life and, meditate on what you really wish to bring about. Yeah, then everything, your song is being heard. So what you sing into this world becomes your reality. So be careful of what you sing into this world as well. Be careful. Use caution, I should say. Like, it's not something to be scared of, but you have much more power than you think. Your mind and your thoughts have much more power than you think. So what you think about, you bring about. It is that type of law of attraction. And I think what this whale and orc elders is trying to tell you is that you have a unique frequency in this world, a unique sound and vibration to you, and your thoughts and ideas do take form at some point. It does manifest at some point. You are a master manifester from what I'm hearing. So just be aware of that. Use discernment, use caution in uh, how you decide to say things. Like, be very intentional with what you sing into the world, what you bring into the world, right? Because what you sing about, you bring about too. I don't, yeah, there you go. What you sing about, you bring about. So sing about love, sing about uh, play, sing about fun times, sing about just silly things, playful attitudes here. Sing about dragons. Yeah. Okay, I think I got all of the cards here. So what I'm going to do is take a couple of tea leaves from this deck. Wealth and, actually I wanted that one too. Compliments from an admirer. Oh geez, you can't see that one. Bouquet. Compliments from an admirer. And then you have wealth. Okay. Is there anything else? No, okay. Okay, so what I'll do now is grab some cards from your tarot deck. What are your guides helping you to release this year? Pile number 3. Wow. Huh. What are your guides helping you to release this year? Okay. We have the Tower with that all-seeing eye at the top here. The omnipresence, the omniscient God, Godhead, whatever you want to call it, the all-seeing eye, watching over the tower moments as everything falls away. So that was actually, it fell on top of the sunset and the 4 of Cups over here, which means the falling away of all the distractions, the things that do need to leave you in order for the new to come through, right? Then we have the Chariot. It's coming fast. There is a lot of movement here. This is in connection to ancient Egypt. As you can see, the pyramids in the background, so you may have a connection to ancient Egypt. There, and maybe, what I'm getting is, this is so interesting. For some of you in pile number 3, you have some ties to ancient Egypt. And there was a lot of past karma that was stored up and it created from that timeline or those timelines for you, which means that you've been carrying all this stuff for millennia, for a long time till now. you know, and this is the distractions. You're like distracted by all the things, all the past karma and past karmic bonds and cords and all of that. Those need to fall away so that, yeah, those ancient ties, you leave behind what doesn't work for you and you take what does, right? And you take what you learned from those experiences, whether or not you remember them, it doesn't matter. It's just an energetic state that I'm reading into. So this is going to happen no matter what, because your guides are helping you to release this karmic tie towards this ancient Egypt timeline. And then you have the Four of Discs, which is the Four of Pentacles. More stability. There's this transformation. Look at all the green. You're admiring what you've built for yourself. There is a lot more stability moving in. Red is the color of the base chakra, the root chakra. Yellow is the color of the solar plexus chakra. Those lower chakras are really helping you to feel more confident and secure in this life and bring about this new phase in your life. New things, new places, new scenes, new faces. You become the authority of your life, right? That's what it said in the channel messages. You decide how your story is told. And I did say that there was aching legs and feet, a massage gun, rigidity to fluidity. So yeah, you know, you have the fours here, 4 and 4, 44. That's an angel number. And then and 4 is pretty structured. It can be rigid at times. However, I'm not feeling that for you. It's actually something where you can be fluid within the stability of the fours. The force of the fours. Yeah. Let's see. Is there anything else that yeah, this is good. The main thing is what your guides are helping you to release this year are the distractions, are the yeah, the distractions. That's all I keep on hearing at this point. And you're moving into more of this like new phase of creativity, of childlike curiosity, and of the oh my gosh, I can't speak, of this stable or stability, this stability. What I wanted to say was spontaneity. So yet, see, that's what I'm saying with the rigidity and fluidity. There's this stability and spontaneity. It kind of like goes hand in hand, right? For your group, that's kind of what's coming through. And this is going to bring about some wealth for you, some connection to your wealth. You are definitely going to feel a lot more confident moving forward in your finances as well. So pile number 3, I think that's all I've got for you. I really appreciate you guys coming and tuning in today. Please give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this reading. Go down to the comment section and let me know what resonated for you, what didn't quite resonate for you, and what you'd like to see in the future from me. And please subscribe to my channel so you never miss a reading from me. Thank you so much. Jai Ma. Bye for now.